Hey blockheads, this is DJ AK from NK Airplay Radio, and if you love what the My So-Called Whatever podcast crew is doing, check us out too. NK Airplay is an online radio station playing all your favorite hits from the 80s and 90s, especially the ones from those boys in the band, New Kids on the Block. Listen to artists like Boyz II Men, Debbie Gibson, Tiffany, boy bands, girl bands, and many more. We play artists that are associated with or who inspired the New Kids on the Block, plus some of the artists that inspired us while we were growing up. Check us out on social media at NK Airplay Radio. And download the Live 365 app for your iPhone or Android phone and listen today.
Friends forever, that's what we are. Through the thick and the thin, we're friendship stars. We're banger main buddies from the days of old. We laugh, cry, and hug, friendship solid gold. My so-called whatever started a year ago. We share our stories and your stories were told. 80s, 90s memories that give us glee. And on the block party shows, NKOTB. Now our friendship circle has grown by far. Hashtag friends forever, that's what we all are. Boom. And if you don't know, now you know. My so-called whatever for life. Hashtag MSCW. Hashtag friends forever. Yeah. Yeah.
So we got to talk about our week.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
So first of all, I knew that I had a bunch of VHS tapes that I've been wanting to convert to digital.
Right.
And I had this program that I was for Windows, but I have a Mac, but I had Windows on my Mac. Anyway, had the program, had this thing that did it. I didn't want to use my computer to do it because I didn't want to install Windows on my new Mac. And I don't know, maybe they made one for Mac, but I came across this one that you don't need a computer.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You just plug it into your VCR. You don't even need a TV.
Which is amazing to me that you don't need a TV.
No,
you don't need a computer.
No. And it's only like $130. Like it wasn't too bad. It's called, if you guys want to know, it's called Video to Digital 2.0 Converter. Make sure you get the 2.0 one because it has an upgrade, a software upgrade or something. But I have been recording all week and I love it because I have all kinds of old commercials and stuff that now we can put on TikTok and stuff. So
that's so cool. TikTok has been awesome. PS.
Yeah. I've had so much fun. We have not a strategy, but every morning when I get up, the very first thing I do is I post a video and yeah. So I love it.
I usually put mine together at night, except for last night. I fell asleep while doing it.
That's okay. You did it today. So,
oh
wait, no, you didn't. You haven't done it yet.
No, it's hard. That's a hard one.
Yeah. We put a lot of work into these TikToks.
Some of them are harder than others, but
a lot of mine, I have to do a lot of research. Especially the TV ones. Oh my gosh. It's
that's the real world ones. Some of these people are really hard to track down.
Yeah, that's even harder.
But we're not doing any more real world ones. Maybe we'll revisit some of the stuff and try to do road rules, but
yeah. But we
only watched
after Paris, and I didn't hardly watch Paris that much. I watched it a little bit because I like CT, but
right.
And I did like Ace.
Ace was handsome.
Yeah. So it was the year before I got married. I was planning a wedding. I didn't have time to do stuff like that.
We were also watching a lot of Family Plots at the time.
Oh, we were. Yeah.
And Airline.
Yes. Those were two really great shows that we loved.
Loved.
I do have to say that right now, currently, I do have my digital converter going. And it is currently recording Dance Till Dawn, which was a made-for-TV movie, if you didn't already know.
movie.
You can watch it on YouTube, and I think that we should do a whole episode on it because I forgot that
I think we should.
It was like my favorite movie, but you know what's really weird about things?
What's that?
What's really weird about like memories is I didn't remember watching it, but I had it on tape, and like the tape is obviously like worn. And I wasn't spending that much time watching Down and Out in Beverly Hills, I'm sure. So,
I remember watching it at your house.
Yeah.
And we really should do a whole episode on it because it is loaded.
I mean, Brian
loaded
Bloom, Matthew Perry, Christina Applegate. I mean,
Alyssa Milano,
Tracy Gold. Like the list goes on. And
Chris
on
Young.
and on. Chris Young. Hello.
I loved Chris Young.
Okay, so here's the thing about Chris Young that I want to know. How did Chris Young get so popular? Because he really wasn't in anything except one like show that got canceled on the first season.
He was in The Great Outdoors.
Oh, he was?
Yes.
Oh.
And that's where I fell in love with him. Was The
Uh,
Great Outdoors. He was so cute. He was just like that cute boy. That you'd
that's
like want to
another
meet.
movie I knew that I absolutely loved, but I don't remember watching it. It's another movie. So
I watched it a lot. It was like on again, and I talk about this, but it was on like HBO.
mm-hmm.
So it would be like on a rotation for like a month.
Right.
And during that month I would watch it a lot and I'd be like, I want Chris Young to be my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Move over, Bud Bundy.
Yeah, he's cute. So
he's so cute. So anyway, it's a great movie full of all of those like teen stars.
Right.
That we all loved.
Right.
And we really should do a whole episode on it.
We really should. We really, really, really should. So
it'd be fun if we could do like a watch party somehow.
I know, that would be fun. Can you do watch parties on YouTube? No, I don't think so. It'd be cooler if you could. Maybe there's
we could do it. We could do it on Zoom, couldn't? I mean, is there a way that we could do that on Zoom?
Yeah.
I mean, we could do that, and
people
could come in and out. Right. We might have to do something like that. We should look into that. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
So speaking of like nostalgia, we are going to be on a podcast on Thursday, January 14th. We're going to be on the Dope Nostalgia podcast. Yes. It's really cool. We had a lot of fun with Naomi.
Tons of fun. And
listen to the end of this episode because you'll hear her trailer for her podcast. And her podcast, if you like ours, you'll like hers too. So
yeah,
we're
we're similar lanes, and we talk about new kids.
Right.
Who doesn't love that?
Exactly. I mean, speaking of new kids. Speaking of new kids.
What about them?
Well, we have a block party episode today.
Yeah, we got an intro.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do we intro?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, this is Brooke.
And this is Nikki.
And this is my so-called whatever.
Hey.
Welcome to the block party.
We ain't leaving out nobody. Ooh, 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 ooh.
We're not leaving out the two people that are on TikTok watching us live, one of them being you.
Yeah.
So that one person that can only hear me talking and they can't hear you. But guys, we've done our intro today while on TikTok live.
I'm going to send you a present.
Oh, thanks. So guys, if you're not following us on TikTok, you should go find us, my so-called whatever. That's where we are.
And if you're not on TikTok, you should be. Seriously.
100%. Here's the thing, guys. You don't have to post content if you don't want to.
Right. And
it is just fun to consume.
The more things that you like that are like your thing, the more you'll see that stuff. So at first you might see like teenagers dancing. You hit not interested. There's like you hold down on it and say not interested, and you won't see any more dancing teenagers. Like all I see are people my age or really funny videos. That's what I see.
I see people my age or older.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of cats.
That's funny.
I do. I see a lot of cat and animal videos and like funny videos. So yeah,
I keep hearing myself
that's
breathe
that.
and it's really bothering me. So I gotta
Oh, weird.
back up.
I can't
off.
hear you breathe.
It must
Back
be
up
my new.
off me.
I have
Back
new
up off me.
headphones and I'm really excited about them. They are.
BACKUP off me.
Yeah. Should we get into our
Get into some
episode?
stories?
Because we haven't done
Yeah.
stories in a long time.
This is so true. It's been months.
Yes.
Like truly. It's been like
Right.
since November.
I think so.
Anyway?
Maybe in
Like
October.
early November? I don't know.
Yeah. So
It's been a while.
all right. Well,
All right. I'm going to go off live.
okay.
And then we're going to read some stories.
Sounds good.
Okay. So let's do this. Bye, guys. So one of us should read the first 3, and then the other should read the last one.
Okay.
Which do you want to do?
I'll read the first 3.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Sounds fantastic.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it to it, as you say.
Do it to it.
So the first one we got was an email we got from Dawn. And Dawn sent us a couple pictures, which are amazing, of Mr.
So
Danny
cool.
Wood. Hello, Mr. Danny Wood. Like I said before, like mid to late 90s Danny, I would have been, I mean, not that I'm not all about Danny now. I mean, Danny's great. Joe's obviously my favorite. But I was all about like mid to late 90s Danny.
That's like how I feel about like 1999 Joe.
Yes, and I also feel that way about Donnie too. Like rough around the edges, Donnie. I like that.
I know the Donnie you're talking about.
I like that a lot. I like it a lot.
I know the Donnie you're talking about.
Yes. You know which one. You know which
I know
picture.
exactly which one. 100%.
What are you doing? So so Dawn says, back in 1990, I met NKOTB at a hotel in San Francisco, and I gave Joey a copy of my great uncle Frank Sinatra's. Did you guys hear that? Her great uncle Frank Sinatra's album, autographed at the time. This is me and Danny. So first, like, I was like, excuse me?
Right?
Me? Frank Sinatra is your great uncle? Like, that's
insane.
Crazy. And second, like, these pictures of you and Danny are freaking amazing. Like, Danny's wearing a Dare t-shirt in one of them. I wish I still had my Dare. Kevin found his Dare notebook.
He did?
Yes, and I have it.
That's awesome.
I have it. I was going to, like, do a video going through it.
Yes, as you should.
Dare to keep a kid off drugs. Dare
to keep a kid dope. Dare to give a kid some help. Dare to give a kid some hope.
Help us.
Help us. Oh my God.
Did we make up that song?
No, we sang it at school.
Oh God. No,
I remember the music teacher.
Did like the music teacher make it up?
I have no idea. So someone tell us if you sang that song in your Dare program.
Right.
But I remember like our music teacher like conducting us.
Yes.
And
Dare.
having to perfect the help us.
Yes.
Help us.
Brooke's doing this thing with her hands like
help us.
Yeah.
Do. Help us.
You know how to be.
Yes, those conductors.
All right. So thank you so much, John, for sending those
Thanks,
pictures.
John.
They're on our website, mysocalledwhatever.com. You go to that website and
you go to this episode.
Yeah. So the second message, I guess it's a message we got, is from Christina.
Hey.
And she says, hello there. How are you all? So on another kickback day, I was checking out things on the net. Decided to check out what's happening in the world of NKOTB, and I came across one of your tweets, which led me to your website. So what I've seen so far, so majorly cool. I myself am an OG blockhead, still a fan to this day. You know, for a long time, I had a hard time reading and seeing any of my fellow blockheads encounter stories. Green Monster much, but in 2014, I got my first time new kid photo op. It was all about being at the right time, at the right place. Seeing other encounter stories, etc., somewhat got easier. But I know my official time to actually get to meet them all through an actual meet and greet situation will hopefully happen one day. We'll keep up the awesome work that you all do. Much love, peace, and happiness, of course. And NKOTB, Christina.
Christina, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Christina. So the next story is from Jodi, and this is Jodi's NKOTB story. So let's read this.
I'm excited. I'm here for this.
All right. First, I want to tell you guys, if you hear a buzzing noise, it's because it's 10:45 and Donnie is blue blood tweeting.
Like crazy.
So my phone's going. So first, I want to say how much I enjoy listening to you guys. Thank you, Jodi. I will try not to go on too long. 1988, 7th grade, Christmas dance. I picture it. I was dancing with a boy and heard this voice that grabbed my attention and wanted to know who sang that song. I asked the DJ and he said a group called New Kids on the Block. And the song's name was Please Don't Go Girl. I know how you feel. From that very moment, I was hooked and had to find out all about this group. My magazine and merchandise obsession was bad. I was 100% in love with them all, but Joey had my heart. I can relate, girl. I can relate. September 1990, I was able to see them for the first time. I was dressed head to toe in all my buttons, big and small, in the balcony seat. They looked so small, but who cares? I was there. I got in trouble with my mom. I took a white bed sheet and wrote all over it, just knowing the guys would see it. LOL. Oh,
perfect.
Your mom was pissed.
Yeah, she was.
Could you imagine if I did that?
Beverly,
we've got a situation.
A real big situation.
I swore they were singing just to me and could hear my 14-year-old voice above everyone else. I was so depressed the next day. I remember crying the next morning. Aww. I was missing the guys. All the anticipation waiting to see them really hit me hard. It's like your wedding day. It's like you plan. You're so excited. Then it happens and it's gone in a flash.
Yep. Goodbye.
In March 1991, I was able to see them again at lower level seats, side seats this time. I remember my sister and I were able to run down the side and got right into the second row during the encore. And Donnie threw a solo cup of water and I caught it. What?
Whoa.
I screamed, "I love you, Joe." And I just knew he could hear me. After the show, my sister and I found all the buses and took the towels they used to clean the windows out of the tied garbage bags on the bus. That's amazing. Crazy as it sounds, it was a piece of the guys to us. Hey, I get it, girl. I get it. Was it their actual bus or cruise? Didn't matter. Again, that depression kicked in the next day. Jeez, I love these guys. They were my life. 1994, I was a senior and still love them, but something was different with the guys. I love some of the songs off Face the Music, but the videos had me confused. Boy, me too.
Yes,
me too.
Same. It was a very confusing time for a blockhead.
Yes.
Not all of them. Not all blockheads. Some got it.
No, some got it, and that's great. And I still love them. Like 100% was in love with them. But I was just like,
it was different.
But now listening to Face the Music, I absolutely friggin' love it.
There are some good jams.
Oh my gosh. Like, it was so underappreciated. And I just needed to like open my mind. And you know who opened my mind more to that was Law when we had him on the podcast.
Yes. We gotta have him back on.
I love Law. I'll message him after this.
Okay.
I didn't know why they were acting the way that they did, but hey, we're all trying to grow up and I got it. They broke up and I was sad. I kept up with individual projects, especially Joey. I was always happy to hear about any of them. It always made me smile and remember those great teenage years with them. Now a mom and life goes on. I heard about them coming back. Sorry again, you guys, my phone is like beeping going out of control. I was happy and enjoyed their new music, but didn't see them until the NKOTB SB tour and then again, total package. I was excited and had a great time and kept up with the guys on social media. Now, I still love them, but I didn't have that depression or sadness I had as a teenager after the show. Maybe because I was an adult now, I thought. I saw them again with my sister side, lower level, next to the stage, great seats at the 2019 mixtape tour. OMG, I don't know what happened, but my teenage self came back. I had a great time and was sad after the show, and then was watching everything on YouTube I could about the guys. Was watching everything on YouTube I could that had the guys. I was 100% back in love with them all. Joey still has my heart, but now Donnie has snuck his way up there. And that's what happens with Donnie. That's what happens.
Donnie, we're all Donnie girls.
He creeps up, and then it's like, oh, there he is. There he is. Hello,
he's amazing.
Hello, Donnie. My goal is meet and greets next time. So because I couldn't get enough, I saw Joey was doing this play and everyone was posting pics after. So I was like, this might be crazy and my only chance. But I flew from Florida to New Jersey. That's friggin' amazing.
That really is amazing.
For the day to hopefully meet him. Plane was delayed. I made it to the play 15 minutes in. I looked like a hot mess. Aw. My seat was aisle, second row, and Joey stood next to my seat for a good bit during the play. I turned to look, and he looked right back at me, and I turned so quickly like I just got caught doing something wrong, and my heart was racing. OMG, Joey McIntyre is standing right next to me. After the show, he came out, and OMG, after 32 years, I'm finally meeting Joey, my teenage first love. Again, I look like a hot mess from traveling, and I get so nervous, and he says hi and says, can I have your phone to take the picture? I was tongue-tied after the picture. I said my name, and I said I flew from Florida. Almost missed this moment because my flight was delayed, and I said it so fast. He looked and chuckled, and as sweet as he could be, said, well, hi, Jodi from Florida. I'm glad you made it.
Oh,
God love him. Ugh, I was so giddy, but could kick myself for not saying more. LOL. So happy for my dream coming true. My pic with him. I look so bad and have the cheesiest smile, but I don't care. I had my moment. Now I just need to meet the rest of the guys and redeem myself next time with Joey. And I think I need that famous Donnie hug. I love how these guys make us all feel special. Side note, I have 2 children, 20 and 23 right now. I gave them the boy band gene obsession. My daughter loved One Direction and Jonas Brothers. Aw. My son has Down syndrome and loves all the music. He likes NKOTB and knows who my favorite is, Joey. He likes watching Wahlburgers and Blue Bloods. He knows Donnie is in NKOTB, and he said Donnie's his favorite. I asked why, and he said that because Donnie is such a cool guy. Hey, sounds 100% right to me. Thanks for letting me share. I attached a picture of my sister and I at mixtape and meeting with Joey. Jodi.
Jodi, I have to say 2 things.
Yeah, you did not look like a hot mess, like at all.
No, you look amazing.
Right.
And also, how are you the mother of a 21-year-old and a 23-year-old?
Right. You look like you're 20.
A 23-year-old.
It's very confusing to me because you look so young.
Like honestly, and I don't want to sound like weird or anything, but like truly, I would have a hard time believing that you were any older than like 34.
Right.
Like,
right.
To be totally honest.
Right. No, 100% honest. And seriously, you do not look like a hot mess at all. You look gorgeous. You're so excited. He is so gorgeous. OMG.
It's a really nice picture of the 2 of you together. I
hope
that you have that framed somewhere.
Yes, I really do hope you have that framed. You know what you should do is you should do what I did and go and get a custom made canvas. I'll never forget that.
Hang it on your wall.
Brooke goes, who got that for you? And I said, I did.
I thought that somebody ordered it for like as a gift.
Oh, no. I ordered it. I got it from the Canvas people. They're always running deals. So they're not sponsored, but they did a good job on mine. So yeah, get that framed if you haven't already. And you look amazing. And we really appreciate you sending in your story. So thank you. I cannot believe that she looks so amazing.
I know, really. It's insane.
It is.
Ooh, ooh.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Baby, I'm jealous. All right, I'm going to read Jenni's Raleigh, North Carolina mixtape tour story, volume 2.
Sounds good to me.
All right, this is volume 2. Hey, Brooke and Nikki. First, I'd like to say how much I love your podcast. The stories you read, the interviews, my so-called life episode reviews, etc. are always great. I always look forward to a new episode on Mondays. It always makes my week start better. Thank you for all that you do. Oh, well, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
And sending us your stories.
Yes.
It keeps us going.
This
So
is
thanks.
Jenni that sends us all the cool stuff, I do believe.
Well, I'm excited for this volume 2.
Yeah, me too.
Now for my story. The Raleigh, North Carolina show was to be on Sunday, July 7th, 2019. I'm sure I left my house in Fayetteville, North Carolina around 1 p.m. since our check-in time was at 3 p.m. for barstool seats. Like most blockheads, I have watched and memorized most of the Wahlburgers episodes. There was an episode where Donnie had played with one of those triangle games where you move the pegs around with the goal of only having one peg left when the game is completed.
Oh my God, that game drove me nuts.
Side note, that game drives me nuts too, and it reminds me of Cracker Barrel.
You know what it reminds me of?
What's that?
Tripping with Nan and Gramp.
Oh,
one of the games we had. It has a little golf tees. Like that's what you
Oh,
yeah.
You move a little golf tees.
Yep.
So on my way to Raleigh, I pulled over to a Cracker Barrel and picked one of these games up. Cracker Barrel. The so what of this will be explained later. Once I arrived to the arena, I found where to park and waited for the others in my photo group. I had joined one of the photo groups from one of the Facebook photo group pages and had never met these blockheads in person before. I was planning to stand with Donnie and had worn most of my Donnie costume on my way up there. While I waited for my group, I put the rest of my costume on. My costume was a mirror image of Donnie's Hangin' Tough costume, down to the earrings he wore, which, by the way, were very hard to find, but I did.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. After not too long, the rest of my photo group showed up, and we all found each other. The other blockhead that was in the other Donnie slot was last to arrive, but we still had more than enough time before 3 p.m. I was introduced to the blockhead holding the other Donnie slot and learned her name is Karen. Her and I almost instantly clicked, and it wasn't long after this day that I knew I had a new close friend. Karen and I had actually crossed paths many times before, but didn't realize we had until later. These were during the Today Show taping. Turns out she was just a few feet in front of me when Luke Perry showed up. She's in my video during the Apollo show and was on the 2019 cruise. It's almost as if God was testing to see if our souls would mesh well before we actually met. I will never forget meeting her that day. Another example of how the Fab Five have brought two individuals together that are now friends for life.
Can I ask a question?
That's amazing.
Luke Perry was there? He wasn't he? Was there at the Today Show?
I think he was, yeah.
Oh, Luke Perry.
Like he was in the studio.
So crazy.
I think that was that when they maybe were announcing or talking about the Beverly Hills, the 90210 like reboot or something?
Possibly, or it might have
Or
been,
was he there for something else?
He was probably there for Riverdale.
Maybe it was Riverdale, but there were other famous people, I remember.
It may have been. And
I can't remember if they were like the Brandon Walsh type of famous people or if they were like Riverdale people.
Well, I remember that he wasn't going to be on the reboot because it conflicted with Riverdale.
Right.
So it probably wasn't 90210 thing. It was probably something else.
I never watched the 90210 thing.
I did. It was amazing. I freaking loved it.
Did he make a cameo? Didn't he did he do like a cameo or something?
He had passed away. So they did like a little remembrance from him. Yeah.
Before they recorded it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I do believe
I thought that he was going to do a cameo or something. I didn't watch it.
He may have as from what I can remember, and remember, guys, my memory is not so great.
Well, mine is not either.
I do believe that they said like they had like a special remembrance thing.
That's sad.
I know. I just got a new magazine because I've been getting more teen magazines because I'm obsessed. And Luke Perry is in like 3 of them, and he is so handsome.
Yeah, because he's like major.
Yeah. And I mean, I would love a poster of him like when he was like older. Because hello.
I mean, Luke. I mean, come on.
He aged gracefully. Let me just tell you.
I would not ever have thrown him out of bed for eating crackers.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
In fact, I would have shared them.
Yeah.
Luke, let's have crackers together.
Oh, that would be amazing.
In bed. That would have R.I.P. Luke Perry.
I know.
All right, on with the story. Once we were called into the venue, they escorted us to the holding area. This is where we had an opportunity to purchase drinks, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, take pictures on the vintage NKOTB bed, etc. The food spread was pretty sad compared to the food spread that was at Boston. The only thing that was offered to us was chips, cheese dip, salsa, and pretzels. In comparison, the Boston food spread had at least a dozen appetizers to choose from and other side items as well.
We missed those.
We totally missed those.
Because I was starving, but
Same.
I was so nervous. I was like shaking and I needed to eat something and there was like nothing left. Like everybody had eaten everything.
Right.
It was gone.
I did have this like pastry thing, this like fluffy, I don't know. It was pretty good.
I think I had some celery.
I would never eat celery. I would rather starve.
Oh my God. I was so hungry.
Ugh. Basically enough to hold you over until you were able to get your next full meal. As fate would have it, we discovered that we also both had tickets to the Naughty by Nature meet and greet. While waiting to be called for the group photo, we figured out where the check-in would be for that. We would have enough time to complete the NKOTB meet and greet before it was time to check in for the Naughty by Nature meet and greet at 5 p.m. The shenanigans that happened during the meet and greet will be shared after my story of the NKOTB meet and greet. At roughly 4 p.m., we were called to line up for our meet and greet. We were escorted into the arena and seated in order of which group we were, and seated in the first few rows of the arena. We were provided our brief of what was to happen, what we are not allowed to do, including take personal pictures, etc. We anxiously but patiently waited to receive the next set of instructions. Thankfully, I had been through this already in Boston, so I already had an idea of what would happen. We were one of those last groups. After a short time, we were escorted through the backstage tour that we were promised. Since I had been through this already in Boston, I anticipated the same procedure that occurred then. We were escorted behind the stage and allowed to view under the stage. We viewed where they would step into, be hoisted up above the main stage for the opening act. Though the backstage tour that was promised with the Barstool meet and greet was not what I envisioned, actually going by their dressing rooms, etc., I was still thankful for this view that the majority of the audience would never experience. After the tour behind the stage, we once again returned to our seats. After not much time, we were instructed to remove ourselves from our seats and line up in group order. Within the groups, we were instructed to line up in order of which member of the New Kids on the Block that we were to take a picture with, and in the order of which we would stand with the guys. As the minutes seemed to crawl by, as most blockheads, I began to become more nervous and chatty. Though I have interacted with the guys several times during 2017, 2018 cruises and other events, I still find myself nervous every time I interact with them. This is particularly due to being in my Donnie costume and not sure how he would react to it. While waiting in line, several of the guys began to show up and walk through the arena. This, of course, created much excitement amongst all of us blockheads.
That was a lot of fun when they did that in Boston, too.
Yes, it was. This was not helping me not be so nervous. When Donnie showed up, being the appreciative national treasure that he is, took time to walk down the line and greet us. While he did notice my costume, he didn't say anything at the time. He did have Lumpy with him, and Lumpy was the badass he always is. One thing I love about Lumpy is that he always has this strut and attitude about him that seems to project an I don't care attitude. After this interaction, the guys disappeared backstage and anticipation grew for when they would reappear. After what seemed like hours, but I'm sure it was only minutes, they began to appear side stage and walk up on the stage, along with their security guards, the photographer, etc. We were quickly briefed again as to what we were supposed to do, and the line began to move. The line moved quickly, but yet seemed to move in slow motion. As we moved closer to the stage, as I'm sure most of us experienced this, I began to become more and more nervous and kept taking slow, deep breaths to assist with keeping myself calmer. Once our group was next to go on stage, I knew it was about to happen. I was about to see all of them again. Our group was instructed to move onto the stage, and I knew it was happening. I had something in my head to say to all of them. If I don't, I become like Ralphie in the Christmas Story when he meets Santa. Football? What's a football?
That is a great vision, like visual. That's exactly how I feel. Yes.
Danny was first, and I thanked him for posting his workouts every day as it helps to keep me motivated. He realized he hadn't posted his workout info that day yet. Within 15 to 20 minutes since we were one of the last groups, he posted his workout for that day. So I was one that made that happen. NKOTB shenanigans, they just happen. Next came Donnie. This was really happening. I was going to be face-to-face with a man, Donnie Wahlberg, while in my Donnie costume. I was then face-to-face with Donnie, trying to not be too weird, etc. I swear I'm not that weird in real life, Donnie, if you're listening. Mm-hmm. Donnie stepped back to look at me head to toe and exclaimed, "Nailed it. You absolutely nailed it." I'm standing there 3/4 frozen thinking, OMG, he's impressed with my efforts. My efforts are finally paying off. All I could say was, thank you. Envision the scene in Sleepless in Seattle. All I could say was, hello. That's me every time I interact with Donnie. After the picture was taken, I presented Donnie with the triangle game. I had stuck it in my pocket so I could present it to him when I saw him. I told him it was due to watching the Wahlburgers episode where he was playing it. He smiled and said, "Oh, yeah, I do love to play this game," and gave me another love-filled hug. Though it was just a small gesture to him and only cost me $3, he loved the thought I had put into it. One of the many reasons we love this man is due to he has not lost his humbleness, where he came from, continues to express his gratitude towards his fans, etc. If I could change one thing about this meet and greet, I would go back and ask to take a picture with him, and I wish I had done that. But I'm still thankful for this experience. After this, we had to move down the line and have a few minutes with the other guys. Next came Jordan. I let him know how much I enjoyed his random live feeds and hope to see more of them soon. Same. Lame, I know.
No, not lame.
No, not lame.
No.
But as she writes, lame, I know, but as said, I have to have something to say to each of them. No, that wasn't lame. That's amazing because I lived for those.
Mm-hmm.
I lived for those.
Can I tell you, one of the best moments is the live of him and Joe in the weight room or the room.
Oh, I love that.
And I freaking love it. And I can watch it over and over and over and over and over. Oh my God, I love it. Because Joe had a weight bench or something. That's where I got the weight thing. Yeah.
Yes. Then came Joey. So one of his live feeds while in Philly, he was by the Rocky statue, but stated he would not run the steps. IDKY. Instead of saying I don't know I'm just going to say this. Instead of saying I don't know, when somebody uses IDK as I don't know, I just like to say IDK.
I do too. No, I totally get it.
IDK. My BFF Jill.
Yeah, I would say BFF too.
Do you remember that commercial?
TTLY.
Do you remember that commercial? IDK, my BFF Jill.
No.
Do you remember that? Oh my God. It was from the 2000s, before 2010.
Oh, it
it was text speak. Anyway, that's what it makes me think of.
We should post it.
I'm going to find it. I had always wanted to run the 65 Rocky Steps, so I decided I would on my way back to North Carolina after the Uniondale show. Now I had a reason to, so I did and videoed myself doing so. This was my thing to share with Joey. I told him, so I saw on your live feed that you weren't able to run the Rocky Steps, so I decided to run them for you on my way back to North Carolina after the Uniondale show. His response was, "Oh, really? That's pretty cool. You did that for me." That's all that I remember about our conversation. # Joey effect. Swoon. Mm-hmm. Last but not least came John. I let him know that I'm still looking forward to watch his show, which as of November 3rd, we are still waiting on this. What the heck? And that I also love to garden, etc. His hugs are always the best next to Donnie's, and I can't wait to hug him again on the cruise. After this, we all excitedly talked and giggled like we were 13 years old again and headed back up to the holding area. It wasn't very long after this that it was time for us to head to our Naughty by Nature meet and greet. Walking into the Naughty by Nature meet and greet, aka Slugga Lounge, was exciting. The Slugga Lounge opened with Uncle Vinny. Side note, did you know he's going to be 50?
What?
IKR. I know, right? Slugga Bear, Tretch, KG, and others. The atmosphere was light and friendly, but with music and
I
excitement.
really like Tretch, by the way, and I have a really good picture of us.
Okay, so I have a really good video with Tretch.
You do?
Yes.
What?
So he went on our Instagram Live. Do you remember I was doing Instagram Live?
No, I don't remember.
And he like had a microphone and I sang.
I don't remember that at all.
I gotta find the video.
Please do. Oh my
I
God.
will.
We need to
I've gotta
upload
find
that. Oh my God.
So the Slugga Lounge was definitely worth $100, as you had about an hour to an hour and a half with all of them, and they were all super interactive with everyone. Endless opportunities for selfies and autographs with any of them. The guys just hung out with us for about a half hour. Then it was time for the dance opportunity, where we made 2 lines, one on each side. Then 2 people danced down the center to the other end of the line. This white girl cannot dance, but I still did it anyway to have fun. Then it was time to take our pictures on the Slugga chair with the guys. They truly take their time with us fans during all this, including during taking pics on the Slugga chair. This was a lot of fun.
That's one of my like favorite things that I have, is all of us on the Slugga chair.
I love those pictures.
Like
that picture.
I hold that near and dear to my heart.
It's an awesome picture, and it was a fun time.
It was.
Now for what also happened during the Slugga Lounge. NKOTB shenanigans. They just happen. So we're just hanging out, and who shows up? Our captain, the man, Donnie Wahlberg. I knew he didn't have much time, and I only ask for one thing when I see them, as in a selfie or autograph, etc. Never both. So others still have an opportunity to get what they hope to get as well. He was making his rounds, taking selfies with those in the lounge, because you don't have the world records for selfies if you don't love taking them with others. On his way out, instead of asking for a selfie, I asked for him to sign my arm. I had been thinking where I'd like for him to sign it for months, which he did. And then I permanently tattooed it the next afternoon.
That's crazy.
My reaction?
That's crazy cool.
Guess who's getting a tattoo tomorrow? This chick. Since the show would be starting in not too long, we wrapped it up in the Slugga Lounge and made our way to the stadium to find our barstool seats. Another weird coincidence with Karen and I during our photo group was that we realized we were also barstool buddies.
Fun.
That is fun. We both joined a random photo group, both chose to stand with Donnie, both had bought Slugga Lounge tickets, and we were barstool buddies.
That's like Michelle.
Right, exactly.
We were barstool
Exactly.
buddies. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. My barstool seat and barstool buddy could not have been more perfect. It was also in a location that Donnie was in a lot. His marsh was in our faces a lot. No, we were not BSCs and kept our hands to ourselves. That's good. Respect.
That's good. Respect.
And during remix, Donnie put the mic in front of my face and I was able to sing it with him. Yes, that's happened.
Cool.
After the show, both Karen and I also had meet and greet passes with Tiffany and Debbie.
So cool. I'm so jealous. I really wanted to do that.
That is cool. This event was a standard meet and greet. It was cool to meet them and get their autograph. We stood in a line, had our photo op with them, expressed our gratitude, and moved out. All in all, this night in Raleigh, North Carolina was completely amazing. I couldn't have imagined it to be any better than it was. The 13-year-old baby blockhead in me was dying. If I could go back and tell my baby blockhead self all the times I had interacted with Donnie and the rest of them, she would probably say, GTFO, old woman.
GTFO.
Stop lying. ROLFNBO.
Okay, what's it? Rolling on the floor. Rolling on the floor. Rolling on. No.
I think it should be ROFLNBO.
Okay,
Rolling on the floor, laughing my butt off.
Got it.
Let alone the time with my blockheads. That always makes each and every NKOTB event that much better. Well, that's it for this story. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll try to make it a goal to write a story after every event from now on ASAP after the event. Again, thank you for all you do for us with and outside of your podcast. We all love both of you. Oh, thanks, Jenni.
I love this story.
It's so sweet.
Because it's so cool, like
story.
how just life happens. Do you know what I mean? Like that right place, right time. Like
right. Oh, with Karen?
Yeah. Like I'm so happy
really,
that we met Michelle because I love her so much. And I can't imagine not being friends with her. Like she adds something to my life. So
She does. Everyone that I've met from this podcast has added to my life.
Amy, for real, like I couldn't imagine not knowing the people that I know, because
I know
they bring me a lot of happiness and have gotten me through a lot of times.
shit.
Yeah.
Totally. And also I love, okay, Jenni, I felt like I was there with you.
Me too.
Yes.
Me too.
I like it when a story does that.
But here's the thing. I really wanted a picture, and I was typing. I was trying to look to see if she had actually sent us a picture, and I don't see one. I don't see it. So
I know. I would love to see a picture of you in your costume.
Double check.
Yes. I'm just putting it out there.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Don't go there, because I ain't your hoe. Nope, this is not it. Was this Raleigh?
Uh-huh. Why?
Because she did send us pictures. I have them right here.
Yay!
They're amazing.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna open it up.
Oh my gosh. I love her tattoo. It's really cool. That's so cool. No, I really love it. It's like she has a large tattoo like on her forearm, and then right underneath it says Donnie with a heart. So cool. And she's like this, like, I want to see pictures of her in her
Here we go.
Shirt, and her jeans are all ripped. So cool. I love it.
Oh wait, hold on, I gotta find it. I thought I had it.
We need to post these pictures, like, for reals.
Yeah, guys, check out our website. Pictures are gonna be there.
Yes, they will be.
And Jenni, thank you.
I love that her jeans are like all ripped, like Donnie's were, like barely hanging on.
I don't see where they are.
She's got pictures of them,
but I don't see the pictures.
You don't see the pictures?
No, where? When did she send them? What day?
Here, let me share my screen. I'll share my screen with you. Sharing my screen with Brooke so that she can see see the pictures. So
I just searched and I couldn't find them.
Do you see them?
Oh, yep, I do see them.
Mom, VIP tickets are too expensive. Me, I won't buy them. Also me, buying them. Donnie's butt, and then Naughty by Nature, and then her getting her tattoo.
Oh my gosh.
Which is so cool. And then her look at all her VIP things. That's so cool.
I love it.
And then her at the stage, her with Slugga. And she's got a bear. She's got Slugga Bear.
Oh.
And then her on the inflatable.
Oh, her jeans are all ripped up.
And she's wearing black shoes just like him.
That's so cool.
And then she showed that's like what she got as a tattoo, which is amazing. And then
that is really cool.
The bar stools, she's on the bed. There's popcorn.
Popcorn.
There she is. And then there's her group picture.
Oh, nice.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, that's
cool. And then
cool.
there's her ripped jeans again.
With her NKOTB socks.
Oh, I love her picture with Tiffany and Debbie.
I do too.
Those women, let me tell you. Oh my God. I really wish I would have done a meet and greet. See, this is why you have to do. This is why you don't wait. You just do it. Like,
you love the confetti.
That's amazing.
Somebody has cats.
Yep. And then more confetti in her car.
Love it. I love it. It's so fun.
And then she had a couple memes, which are funny. So
pictures will be on our website, guys.
Pictures will be on our website. And thank you, Jenni. Thank you for your story. We appreciate it.
We do. Thank you. And guys, thanks for watching, listening. I mean,
maybe someday we'll have a visual component.
Maybe, but you can go to our TikTok and watch us there.
Yeah, you can watch us on TikTok because we do show our face. We show our face.
We do.
How do I unshare my screen? There we go.
I don't know. Well, there you go.
I want to see your face. So yeah, you can see our you can see our faces. You can come hang out.
See the things that we post. Sorry. And see the things that we post.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we go live sometimes and you can come there and chill.
Yeah. We should do an Instagram live soon though. Like just to do it.
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
Have fun. You know.
It'll be fun.
Chit chat.
We love you.
We love you guys. And
Stay tuned for that trailer.
Yes. Yeah. Stay tuned for the trailer to the Dope Nostalgia podcast.
Yeah.
And also, we're going to be on YouTube. So there is going to be a video component to that. We'll be on YouTube.
With that.
Yes. With the Dope Nostalgia podcast. So you guys can like actually see our faces.
Cool.
Yeah. You can see my bedroom with my plaid bed in the background.
You can see my basement with my nutty pine walls or whatever these are.
It's almost happening. The next thing that Kevin is doing is my office next door.
Yay.
So we are so close, and we might be knocking down a wall. So
having a studio.
I'll have the whole floor.
Oh, cool.
So it will be kind of cool.
Yeah, very cool.
So
all right,
guys, we love you.
Peace out, guys.
See you forever. Bye.
Bye.
You remember that sound? Yeah, you do. The 1990s. It was fun. Lots of fun music, good times, bookended by pop bands. And right in the middle, we got a little grungy. So many artists came and went and left us wondering, what are they doing now? We know what Marky Mark ended up doing, but what about the rest of the funky bunch? Alanis Morissette had a pop career before she made it big with Jagged Little Pill. The KLF, an EDM band from England, got Tammy Wynette to sing on one of their tunes. All kinds of crazy stuff happened, and we're going to talk to you about it with interviews with some of the biggest stars of the 90s on Dope Nostalgia, the podcast. I'm Naomi Carmack, and I'm your host. Check us out on Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, and anywhere you get your podcasts. And look us up on the internet at dopenostalgia.com.